Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DKWILL. This is DKWILL Talk About It. And I started my journey to look for something relevant to discuss on this video, and I came across this in my feed. I don't follow or subscribe to this individual, as you see, but I am going to touch on it because it got under my skin. And it's from the XRP Queen. Now, I'm not putting any shade on the XRP Queen or anybody else. In fact, they put their own name on this. So that's putting shade on themselves. Because I read this and it says that newly released documents, remember those words, newly released documents from the government confirm full approval for U.S. banks and financial institutions to process payments using XRP. That is the bait. That's the bait for those who are interested in XRP, but that's not the shill. The shill will show up here in a moment. It says the decision opens the floodgates for trillions of dollars to enter the market, with major institutions already racing to position themselves. RealFi, here comes the shield, powered by Real Token on the XRP ledger, is poised to sit at the center of this shift. Now, I'm not speaking to the validity of that statement. Not at all. Real Token could very well be as powerful as what she's saying it is. Presumably is she. But once somebody gives you a little deceit, you don't know if it's a she or a he, and you certainly don't know if they're telling you the truth. And in this instance, I just saw shill, and then I saw links to go and buy Real Token. It said at a projected $100 billion. This is Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. She wants some loving. At a projected, I'm sorry. At a projected $100 billion market cap, Real Token could potentially move from 0.043 cents to $998.90, representing enormous upside. Capital is already starting to flow through the XRP ledger, and those who move early after doing their own research may be best positioned as this unfolds. Here's the problem. This document has absolutely nothing to do with what she said. It is a document dating back years for when the SEC filed a claim against Ripple Labs Incorporated, Bradley Garlinghouse, and Christian Larson. Jasmine, honey, you're going to have to stop. And you can see they bring this action against and its two senior leaders. It's the beginning of the case. And that is dishonest. And therefore, the moment you have to be dishonest to shield what you're doing, then what you're doing gets the same shade that you get. As far as U.S. banks and financial institutions processing payments or custodying crypto even, I did a video about that years ago. And I'm not going to force you to take my word for it, but I'm going to show you the proof. It's in the pudding. You see what's on the screen now? I'm going to scroll up. You see what it says? 4 years ago, 88 views. Listen in to this video.
So my prediction, about 1 year ago, I actually was here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I got in trouble when I went back to the office because the PR team said I had overstepped by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment flows. And that was a year ago that I made that prediction, and I go back to the office and everybody was like, Brad, you're not allowed to say things like that. It turns out I was right.
Okay, so that's one area of deceit exposed, but I said not only using their flows, but also custody. Same video, 4 years ago. Let's keep listening in.
Was this within the year? This does not exclude that during this 2019, there may be other banks that choose to follow the example of Euro XM Bank. So within a year of that prediction, Mr. Garlinghouse was right.
Which I remind the team of. So now as I look forward a year from now, like what are the things that are hard for us to imagine being true? And not even specific to Ripple or to XRP's community. I think one of the things that will surprise us a year from now is that banks will be custodying digital assets directly.
Oh my goodness, banks will be custodying digital assets directly. Here in July of 2020, keep in mind that was the end of 18 that he said that, November. Federally chartered banks and thrifts may custody services for crypto assets. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency today published a letter clarifying national banks and Federal Savings Association's authority to provide cryptocurrency custody service for customers. And in a Forbes article, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Filecoin, Litecoin, Orchid, Algorand, and Bitcoin Cash are 8 cryptocurrencies now available for purchase directly from a SDIC insured checking account if you are a customer of Vast Bank. According to the CEO, Brad Shrivner, the bank's move into offering crypto was approved by the OCC, but also included discussions with the Federal Reserve as well. Vast Bank is now the first federally chartered bank in the U.S. to offer the ability to buy, sell, and custody cryptocurrencies directly from a checking account, all under one roof.
And that is a fact. So I hope you like and I hope you subscribe, because that's what I put in front of you. And if I mistakenly put a non-fact in front of you, remember, my opinion isn't facts. But if I mistakenly put a non-fact in front of you and I discover it, I'll admit it. I'll clean it up. Let's move on. Here's where I'm at with it, people. Here's what you can do when you come to DK. We'll talk about it. You can believe that I am trying to do my best to tell you the truth. I'm not trying to shill you. I'm not trying to make money off of you. I haven't made a dime in 4 years, almost, of doing this. I am motivated, dedicated, and committed to being a benefit to whoever comes across my videos. And it's stuff like this that gets under my skin, because these dishonest people, for the sake of clickbait or popularity or appearance of knowledge, I don't know what motivates a person to be this dishonest. But this is nothing but dishonest, and therefore even the real token in my mind becomes questionable, because if it's good, you don't have to shill it. You just have to tell people about it. I tell people about XRP. I tell people about gold. I tell people about other cryptocurrencies and investment strategies that work. I told people about treasuries from the US government before they became a thing for stablecoins, and now they will remain in demand. But they are a safe place to put your money. And so I wanted to do this quick video, and then I'm going to go continue my search. If Jasmine lets me, I'm going to continue my search for something else to talk about. But I had to talk about this. XRP Queen, shame on you. Shame on you, because you expect people not to dig deeper than your surface level. And then comes along those curtain peekers like me, the Paradigm Whisperer. I'm DK Will. I hope this benefited you. Like I said, I don't get into the realm of hating on people. I've never hated a person in my life. But I certainly can love what is good and hate what is bad. And it is bad to be deceptive like this, especially when you're dealing with people's funds that they use for their livelihood and survival. So clean up your act, XRP Queen. I don't know why you ended up in my feed, but you ended up giving me something to talk about, and I talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.